Boom! Live and direct. De retour, live and direct. No, I was thinking of something. I was, I don't know. People's mind are very, very, I don't know. It's hard to comprehend people sometimes the way they think. That's why I prefer sometimes just do my thing, just do my thing, because it's very hard to understand the way people think, the way they see things, their perspective on life, their perspective about you. The fact that they cannot sense your intention. I'm trying to get in touch with Jabba, but it seems to be a big thing for him to sense my intention. I don't know. Sometimes the people will see you in a way that that's if they don't know you personally. Because if people know you personally, if you can sense the intention of the person very fast. But I do what I can for people to sense my intentions are pure and sincere, and I'm not here to create more confusion or illusion or distract people. I will not be distracted myself. I'm done with the distraction, so I'm not gonna bring more distraction or bring chaos into your head or shit like that. I'm not here for that. We have to be very clear. I think I'm here for self-healing and create some kind of self-reliance at one point. But it's not to put chaos in people's head and stuff like that, for sure. But sometimes people will see you in a way that I don't know. It's very so that's why sometimes I prefer just do my thing, and it's hard to find real soul brothers. Real soul brothers that's going to be there for you when you need them. Very, very hard. Most of all, you can only rely on yourself. That's what I have realized. You better rely on yourself and make sure you learn the skills necessary that you need on your journey to get where you want to go, because you cannot really rely on people. People have their life, have their rhythm of life, their stuff to do also. So very important so in that sense, I just acquired Photoshop and I will learn Photoshop. So I'm able to do my own flyers and stuff. And so that's the next process, is to learn a bit more about that software. And I know I'm not going to pour my whole consciousness into this, but I might do 2-3 hours a day, 4 hours a day of Photoshop intense for a few months and really learn it deeply. When I start something, I go to the fullest in it, like here. So I'm sure I'm gonna master this in no time. I should master. I have learned AutoCAD in the past very fast. So if I can learn AutoCAD and other software, I'm very. That's why I say self-reliance for me should not be very hard to attain, and self-healing, because I always been very autodidact. In school, I can learn by myself. I don't really need teachers, so I can pick up the books and assimilate everything very fast. So in that sense, I'm sure I can do the same thing with Photoshop or others. I always, like I said to Helmut in Germany, I said, Helmut, everything I touch, I said I usually figure it out even if I don't know how it works, and that's how I live my life. That's how I live my life. Like you, I don't know how this speaking business works, but I'm gonna figure it out day by day by showing up and practicing. Very important. Put your focus on practice your skills, practice your craft. Put your craft. Someone that live his truth will put the truth in his craft. That's very, very important. So that's why I say there's a lot of people. But a lot. I see many of us are cut in that flattered cult. It's terrible. Just for sensationalism. I went a bit on YouTube, check the stuff out, and I checked with my bro Flattered Vancouver, BC, Dan, and he's exposing a few few fanatics, few flattered fanatics. There's a lot of flattered fanatics. I call them like that. People that think they have found the whole truth and nothing but the truth with the flattered. I call them flattered fanatics because that's what it is. That's what it is. It becomes a cult at one point, but in a cult have fanatics, so that's very much where we are stuck it's some kind of cult. It's a culture, a flattered culture. Anyway, it's because it has turned to some kind of distraction on YouTube. It's how much videos do we need to reaffirm ourselves that there's no curve? So it's very. I think at one point it becomes just distraction and something that people make money off of it, like the super chat and these stuff. It's more like a money generating machine for some people, the truth. So I don't know. Me, I'm not in that kind of vibe. I think it's much deeper than in this nonsense sensible reality. I think the truth is it's not something you will see. But it's something you will see on YouTube. You will see people live the truth, but they will not. They will lead every revolution. So for sure, they I'm not. And we get caught up in it, not because flattered asshole or any other guy is into cahoot with these guys. No, it's not that. It's just we get caught up in it. We get caught up in the hype and in the fact that you become popular and everything. You get caught up in it and you start. I don't know. Apparently, he said a couple stuff that made people jump. I don't know if you heard about it, but I'm not here to judge him or anything. It's just I heard some stuff, so I was like, "Oh, what is that?" So yeah. Apparently, they're debating a lot of stuff. But me, I'm out of this cult nonsense, flattered YouTube stuff. I'm really doing my things here, and I want to live my dream. I don't care about the shape of the earth. It's shapeless anyway. We're arguing for nothing. It's shapeless. You're never going to find any shape. So we're all arguing for nonsense, for ego-driven purpose. That's what it is. That's why I don't want to get in there, because it's all egotistic. Who has the best video? Who has the most subscribers? Who has the most views? Who has the most this, most that? So it's all ego-driven stuff. When in reality, we should network together. We are one, and we should really bring this to a state of uprising. But instead of that, we're putting the people more asleep. We're keeping them asleep by shooting this distraction into the matrix. We're pumping distraction into the matrix by ourselves. So for sure, we're inflating the nonsense. And that's what... you cannot tell me that you suddenly have found out everything about how everything functions. Like, who are you? Like, I don't know. To me, it's nonsense. To me, we should just shapeless earth. That's it. It's shapeless, and we argue for nothing. We argue for nothing. We cause division. You see, yesterday I told you in the video I did on the side of the river, but I did some kind of experiment. I went to a guy. I think it's something that I posted on. I must have commented something on Facebook. I must have commented something on Facebook. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, here. And this guy shows up. Like, I don't know. He's supposedly a big flattered. I think he's a flattered fanatic. I think he's a flattered fanatic because I don't know, I must have commented something on Facebook, but certainly not something that was nasty. I'm not like that. Might be direct in my comments or stuff, but I'm not... I don't want to cause chaos in people's head. I'm not like that. So I said, more around. I said, that a reflection of what you think. That a reflection of you, what you think of me. I said, why are you calling me a moron? You might hurt yourself more than me in the process. I said, what's your problem, brother? I said, if you have truth and you're convinced about it, come and tell me. You know, I can't remember now. You must have said something stupid. Like, I said, you assume it as stupid. Something I said. But, you know, it's just nonsense. He said, I don't assume. I said, come live on my YouTube show. You have truth, come and share. He said, give me the link. What, you can look for it? I just told you, the Truman Show. You can't look for it? Like it's excuses and nonsense. I said, instead of insulting me, calling me names, you don't even know me. He said, you must have, he said, like I said, you must have something. And then he goes on and 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 on, calling me all kinds of names. You have no concept of how mind actually works. Wake up brain, on and on and on. So you see, it's all, we can't even network. We can't even network together. At the end, he said, go away, you low-level IQ, fucking stupid quelque chose. So we can't even network together. I'm trying to get in touch with some people like Jabba and stuff, and it seems to be the hardest thing in the world to get in touch with, the network with people. So it's very... I don't know. It's. I think we should put our ego aside and all that stuff. But that's why I said before we see a change here, we're talking about flat earth, about this, about that, about truth. But we're fully in our ego, fully in our self-obsession. So I think we should clear that before we think of any truth, any other stuff that can change the world. We have to dissolve that ego. Because nothing will ever change. Nothing will ever change until we dissolve that ego. So, you know, it's arguing. I do social experiments like that once in a while. I saw his comment, so I said, look, I'm going to do a social experiment. I'm going to see how his reaction is to the actual truth. I told him at one point, I said, bro, you know the truth. Why don't you do something with it instead of arguing and calling people names? I said, it's total nonsense. So that's where we get caught up in that cult, is we get so absorbed by this news that's all there is in our life, and we will exclude other people. We will put other people aside and cause division because we think we know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Like, it's pure nonsense to me. It's pure nonsense to me. We should remain very humble. We should remain very humble with the truth, because truth varies with your level of awareness. So remain very humble. Remain who you are, first of all. We don't need to put fake persona and fake stuff out there. There's enough fakery. I think just continue doing my thing. And it's hard to network with people. It's hard because sometimes you want more than them. You're at a state of change that's maybe a little bit further than them on your journey. So it's very hard sometimes to just get in touch with them and talk to people. So that's why I like to do my things, and I don't mix with too much people, and we're too fucked up. That's what I realized. We're too fucked up to even have, you know, because it's hard to create long-lasting relationship. I don't want to talk to people just to say I don't want to give my life energy just to anybody. Like, it's very, I'm protecting my vibe, protecting my subconscious. I'm on a journey here, and I don't intend to distract from that journey with all kinds of distraction. And the distraction can come from many angles. Many angles. The distraction can be people, also people distracting you a lot with their bad minds and stuff like that. So protect your vibes, protect your subconscious. It's a rough journey. If you start the journey to your dreams, to your the biggest version of yourself, your greatness, a journey to greatness. I like to call it like that. The journey. If you start a journey to greatness, it's very. But there is just one truth. I don't think there is just one truth, because the tire of my cars are black, and that's truth. So there's many truths in life. There's many truths. Like I'm talking to you from a computer. That's the truth. So there's many truths, but I think the truth is something you live. It's something you live. You live your me the way I see it. You ask me, you might have a different opinion of the truth, but to me, the truth is something you live. Is something you embody. You have to become the fullest of the story. If the truth is a story, you have to become the fullest of the story. But often we like to put the truth outside of ourselves, so we don't have to reach in. This is the thing. This is something I told myself also for a long time. Look outside of myself for truth, but I realize it's only lies and deception, and the truth is who we are. That's the truth, the magnificence of who we are. But that's what we have to seek. But that's seek on the inside. That's what I think. You don't have to agree with anything I say here. Do your own experiment, but according to my life experiment and the research I have done and the stuff that I have come across and the people that I've come across, the truth for me is something you live. It's something you live because the truth is what it is. The truth is what it is. So it is what it is. You cannot give me an extra explanation over what is. So it's us. It's there's truth in what we are, what we say, and what we do. But it's to reach that state of also once you acting from a truth point, it's more also realigning yourself. Once you realign yourself to the proper vibe, to the divine vibes, the truth will come out by itself. You will live the truth. You will. That's inevitable because that's the process that you would supposedly be taking here. Live a great, happy, and wonderful and free life. So it's just realigning to your natural state, not the altered state of Babylon, the default state. It's leaving the default state to go to your more natural ways of living, growing your food and stuff, and not be so absorbed by the pseudoscience and all that shit out there. There's a lot of madness. So focus on you. Focus on it's you versus you. Anyway, that's what I told the guy yesterday. I said, bro, what are you doing being against me? It's you versus you. It's all in this battle of awakening or whatever. It's all you against you. Because you are your own worst enemy, and it's you that have to live the truth. So it's you have to battle yourself every day. I battle myself every day. I face my demons every day. Every day I come here, face my demons. But that's what I want to clear out of me is all the demons, all the nonsense of Babylon, and return to a more natural ways of vibing on a more natural vibe. Anyway. That's the way I see it, and I don't want to be caught up in nonsense of YouTube and stuff like that. And we think suddenly we're. I was caught up into this too, but anyway, I cleared the confusion out of my out of the process of the way I process things. No more confusion. I'm very much at peace. So people that are confused and still in confusion, and I don't want to have them around me. I want to do my thing. I don't need confusion. I don't need so sometimes I try things, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just do my things and stick to my journey and try to network the most possible. But sometimes I realize it's very hard to network with people. It's very you come with good intention, but they don't sense it. They don't sense your intention. So it's if the people, it's all about the intention. It's all about your intention. I don't have intention to create chaos in your head here. So if you sense my intention, you will know that I come with great intention, with pure intention and clean vibes, and I try to just keep us on track so we're not distracted. I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to be distracted anymore. So this exercise here is very, very important for me to keep focused, to stay focused on the good vibration, because the and the temptation and the seduction, the temptation and the what I was going to say, I forgot, is all over me. Is all over me, is all around Babylon. I can fall into alcohol, into drugs, into any kind of nonsense. It's all surrounding me. So I have to protect my vibes, and the way I do it is coming live and direct on YouTube and liberating my trauma this way, and it feels great. Some people liberate their trauma through music, through arts, through me. I do it through YouTube channel. That's the way I do it. Liberate my trauma here. And one day I'll be free. For sure. The price is too great to pay. You know, the price we're paying, the soul murder that we are enduring, soul murdering we are enduring is way too great. The price is way too great. We must be free one day. For sure. That's what I want. I have a free mind. I have a free... I know I cannot be free completely like a bird. I wish I could be a bird and have no frontier, no nothing to travel, to restrain my traveling. But I have natural borders also, not only fake borders from Babylon, but I have natural borders, like I explained the other day. The waters, the ocean, and the sea, and the anyway. It's just so we're just so gone astray from the divine lives that it's the work every day to reclaim your power. That's not something you reclaim in en disant bin. En disant bin. On dit ça en français, en disant bin, mais tu sais, it's something you do every day. It's a work you do every day on yourself, and it's very important to stay focused, rise and shine, do your thing. Don't get distracted by nonsense. Focus on your dream. Your dream should be your number one priority. Number one priority, because you cannot save the world. My number one priority was, for a while, saving the world. I thought I could. But now I've readjust my thing to self-healing and self-reliance a lot more than self-obsession. I was a bit in self-obsession also. We all are. We all are caught up in self-obsession. It's to recognize the trauma. You recognize the way you're caught up in it, and how deep, you know, how deep you are in the nonsense, and just clear it up day by day. Don't freak out with that. Day after day, one by one, live your truth. That's it. It's something you live. You live the truth. Don't talk to me about truth. Live it. I want to see it. I want to see you in action. That's what you know, we grow from people in projects, from people in action. You have to take action. You have to do it. You know, many people say, oh, I'm going to change this, but they never do it. You know, you have to go into action and do it. You want to change job, you want to do this, want to do that, just do it. You know, okay, you live in, you think you're not going to afford, sometime you might be happier in with a lower pay and less travel and stuff like that. And some people don't even go to that extent because of fear of missing something. But actually, when you reduce your consumerism habit, the brain habit, you reclaim your power also, because not too many things can control you. The credit card company cannot control your mood. You know, all these things control us. They have effect on us. If you have bills over your head with credit cards and shit, they control your thoughts because they're going to cause worry inside your head and stuff. If you have mortgage and all kinds of stuff, it's very, very heavy on the pressure is heavy, especially if you just make it, which is the case of most people. They just buy things to impress people, which they can't really afford because they're just making it, and they're under constant stress to go to work and make the money to pay the fucking shit they have to impress people they don't even know. You know, that's the worst of it. You want to impress people you don't even know. So, I don't know. To me, it's all nonsense. The material world, it's an illusion. The material world we live in is an illusion, that's for sure. It's not about collecting things. It's about networking and getting together and elevating the vibes here while we're still here. You know, we're here. We still exist. We're still alive. Nothing is... nobody's... broken down to the point that we can't go back to our natural state. We're not broken down and fallen at the point we can get back up. Some of us have fallen very deep into the unconsciousness, but you can always get up. If you can look up, you can get up. Yeah. So yeah, so it's change yourself first. Don't look at the world. Change yourself first. Just that, you will have the struggle of your life. Just that will be the struggle of your life, to align yourself with more love, more compassion towards others. It's a lifetime work commitment, and you're going to be in it for life. So it's either you commit yourself, You say you're gonna change and you're gonna change your ways, or you stay the same zombie as you were before, because that's the default state. The default state will zombify us. Zombify us to the point that we can't sense reality anymore, and we don't question reality. Not just we don't sense it, but we don't question it. So it's even worse. We cannot sense it, probably. Many people don't sense it because the illusion is very potent, but we have ways to move out of the madness. For sure, there's got to be a way out. There's got to be a way out of this evil system nonsense of Babylon, and it's by self-healing first, self-healing and self-reliance. I think is much better than self-obsession. And start creating your garden, your food garden, forest thing. Transform it from an urban garden to a garden forest garden, and just grow your food the most possible. And yeah, I think it's the way. You can freeze a lot of stuff also for the winter. I freeze veggies for the winter that I grow and stuff. So it's very important to make sure you don't depend. You don't want to depend on other people for your survival. We're all in survival mode pretty much, but it's to create a great survival, an happy survival game. We're all pretty much very much into survival, but we can be happy in our survival mode. We don't have to give in to bad vibration and have negative mood. We can find happiness as a state of mind. You create your own happiness. Nothing outside of you will create happiness. I don't think so. If you think toys will make you happy or stuff like that, it's just something to cover your misalignment. Most of the time, people that buy a lot of toys drink a lot or go into addictions and stuff. It's just to cover the misalignment, because once you're realigned to your divine vibration, divine state, you don't feel the need to go to distraction like that. I will not be distracted anymore by alcohol and nonsense like that. Never been really an alcohol guy. Never really drinks. Not my thing. I don't like the feeling of alcohol, so it's not my thing. But I will never be attracted to it. I don't like the feeling. So I like, I like to have my mind. I like to think for myself and have a state of consciousness that is present most of the time, not absent. Because all these things, all this distraction make you absent from the moment, and you miss the whole life. That's what I've realized. Because of distraction, I miss the beauty of life. A lot of the beauty of life, especially just the chilling spot. I go there for the last 3-4 years, but before that, I never been there. And it's such a beautiful place. I go there every day to relax, to chill, to reflect, to mid-state, do my yoga. I do everything there. So it's a beautiful place. But before 3 years ago, I've never really got out my bubble and start exploring nature and getting in touch with nature. And so it's a better vibe than anything else. Escapism, many form. Yeah, escapism. That's what we're in. Escapism. That's good. That's good, Suzanne. I like that word. We try to escape the moment with many addiction, many stuff. Whether it's everything is a silent warfare with silent weapon, and that's alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, name it. The distraction, the TV. TV is a weapon of mass distraction. The TV, once you shut it off, you experience a complete different vibe. Me, I haven't watched TV for the last 3 years. I feel much better. It's almost maybe a little bit, maybe 2 years and something. I haven't opened the TV. It's not even plugged in. I have no cable hooked up from the cable company. I canceled it. Get off with your madness. Enough. It's time for good vibration. It's time to feel life and go back to nature and cultivate food and cultivate our dreams and cultivate the dream of life instead of the dream of hell, and inspire others to probably get rid of their evil ways. Now the way they take to go to across the bridge, it's their way. We can't judge them for that, but at least we can get rid of our evil ways altogether. That's the most the way you do your journey. I'm not judging you on this, but you know, I'm not judging you also if you have evil ways, because I have had them in myself in my life too. So I am not in no position to judge anybody, but at least I'm doing the self-healing. I want to heal from that trauma. I want to heal from that nonsense of Babylon, and that's what I'm here for. So keep the vibes flowing, keep the love flowing, rise and shine, let the love flow, live your dreams. He's out. He will be back. Thanks, everyone. Nasir. Nice to see you here, Nasir. I know you're watching often. You're there. You don't always comment in the chat, but you're here. I know. I feel your great vibes. We all have great vibes. Suzanne, Queen Leslie was there. Big up Queen Leslie, of course. And Triple R will probably join later. I'm not worried about her. She's always on the watch. Triple R, big up Triple R, big up yourself. Make sure to big up yourself and Kevin too. I have a secret watcher called Kevin. I think big up yourself, Kevin. Big up everyone. Big up yourself and live your dreams. You know, one day, day by day, but do little things every day that put you on track and stop the distraction. Starve the distraction is very, very, it's an uplifting vibes. Yeah, I assure you. I'm out.